Who talks first?
Well, you're already talking, so...
Hey, there we go. Oh, how you doing, Laurie? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sonic Mania. Sonic and Tails, a good ending. I am Arg. I'm going to be your runner for today. And without further ado, I think we're going to go fast. We're going to have some fun. We're going to bring Sonic and Tails on a run. So that's always a good way to start. Hey, Arg does not always talk first. Arg was waiting after the countdown. Was like, I don't know who goes first. Anywho, Laurie, I promise Laurie will get to speak. Laurie will get to read all your donations. We do have a wonderful auto-scroller about midway through the run. So if you've got any puns that you want Laurie to read out, I highly recommend you get them in for then. I want you to make us groan. I want really terrible puns. If you've got them, get them in. It helps a great cause as well. But here we go. Gonna give you a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Welcome to Sonic Mania, Sonic and Tails good ending. We are going to our first level. It is Green Hill Zone. I hope you love yourself some nostalgia stages because that is exactly where we are. We're going to go all the way through some of Sonic's classic stages with a little bit of a twist. And we're going to have some brand new and exclusive stages as well. Our main form of movement, as always, is our running and jumping. And, of course, the spin dash. But it has a little upgrade this time, known as the drop dash, which you're seeing me doing right now. The drop dash allows me to charge the spin dash in midair. And we get to do a little bit of a little mini spin dash when we land, which is really good. And here's our Chaos Emerald. I'm running around, I'm bouncing, I'm going to try and get it. Almost went in front of it there, but thankfully we managed to get it. I will explain that more when we get into another special stage. We already finished one, so you'll get to see more about it. All I want you to know is if you're a fan of Unreal Tournament or you're a fan of Quake Strafe Jumping, then very similar to that. But yeah, so we're going to run our way through the stage here. Green Hill Act 1, of course, is very similar to the original Act 1, 2, and 3, all just smushed together in a one ginormous stage here. We're going to get to the end. We're going to fight a mid-boss, and then we're going to head into Act 2. But you can see doing our drop dash here straight into Emerald number 2. So, Emerald number 2, we're going to jump. We're going to jump to the right. We're going to then hold on to the blue. We're going to jump to the left, and then hold over the mountain, and bam, there you go. 2 seconds left, but oh, we got it. It's fine. Yeah, the way these special stages work, blue spheres give you speed, rings give you time, but as long as you know the speed strat, you don't need any of them, and it's great fun. We're going to go all our way down to the stage here, down to the bottom, down to the boss area. Going to grab ourselves our invincibility box, because that is going to allow us to kill the boss really quickly as we spin dash our way, jump up, jump by Tails. Tails will respawn in a second. You heard him die off screen there. Here comes the boss. 3 hits on each head. We're going to jump. 1, 2, 3. Going to repeat the process. Go 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. The boss is gone. So we got our buddy Tails here. We got our signpost that is dropping down. Sometimes the signpost will reveal some hidden items. Ideally, we don't want that to happen. But we can hit the start button. We can skip our score countdown. We can head straight into Act 2. So the gimmick of Act 2 here are these lovely little zip lines. Most of the time, we are going to avoid them, for we have no reason to go anywhere near them. We're going to run, going to jump, going to get our spring here. I'm going to get one more special stage after we grab our speed shoes and our first elemental shield of the run. Going to fall all the way down. Going to land on the area with the fire shield. So the fire shield here will allow us to do this horizontal fire dash. It'll deflect projectiles and it will protect us from fire. But we don't have any fire. The only downside about the fire shield is the fire shield is allergic to water. So we're going to go up the top right here. Going to run, jump, fire, jump our way through. Run, jump, jump, jump over the spikes. Going to land on the hill. Big jump up and sploosh. Land in the water. Unfortunately, the fire shield is now gone, but it does take us to special stage number 3. So we're going to go to the left. We're going to jump back to the right. And as long as we continue this left-right cycle here, bouncing off the wall, we're going to maintain the speed. We build up the speed. We're going to jump over the mountain. Going to get to the corner here, cut the corner, and grab our emerald. So we strafe jump. We continue moving left and right, perpendicular, 90-degree turn. Keep going 90, 90, or sorry, 90 and a 180 and a 180 and a 180. And then do left, right, left, right, left, right, continuously jumping. And that will give you a burst of speed. That speed allows you to grab almost all the emeralds pretty quickly. Encore mode stages not included. And then we get our first boss here. It is the boss from Sonic 2. It is the Death Egg Robo back once again to see us, but this time it does not have a hitbox in his legs. This means we can just stand underneath the boss and hit his butt. So we hit his butt. We're going to fly away with our buddy Tails because in Sonic Mania, Tails is controlled by you. One controller goes 2 characters. Sonic and Tails simultaneously. We bring our buddy Tails for a number of reasons. This is one of them. You'll find out the other reasons later on in the run. But first, we're going to Chemical Plant Act 2. Chemical Plant Act 2, Act 2, wow, I skipped an act, I'm so good. Chemical Plant Act 1, Level 2 is, of course, the second stage in Sonic 2. And we're going to run our way through it, not quite taking the most optimal speedrun route, because we're going to grab ourselves a few Chaos Emeralds in the stage here. Going to grab our first one down here. Going to run, jump, bounce off the spring, dump in, there you go. And this is going to take us into special stage number 4. If you blink, you'll miss it, because what we're going to do is we're going to go right. Going to hold left and go left all the way down here. Going to make sure we jump over the gap there to the corner. Oh, we bonked on it. So if you blind, you're still going to see it. That's fine. Now, this is where backup shot's coming, because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to line ourselves up here. I'm going to deliberately hit off that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to try and build some speed up here. And I'm going to cut this corner, but I'm not going to get it there. Yay! We did get it there just before we hit the mines. Always know your backup to speedrun, because if you don't, you'll do marathons like this, you'll get yourself in trouble. But we got our backup, so that's fine. Unfortunately, what happened there is I held left a little bit too much. Didn't get the angle that we needed to go over the hole, but we're good to go. So between now and 10 seconds, we'll get emerald number 5. So just going to run all the way around, get over the giant slide coming down here. Down the slide, up the top, and the special stage number 5 is where we're going to stop. So to the right, and then to the left, and then to the right, and then to the left. Yay! Getting the emerald before it even gets over the first corner here. This is why getting the Chaos Emeralds in this game is redonkulously fast. We should get all the Chaos Emeralds by about the 12-minute mark, and that's going to allow us to have fun with the rest of the stages. 5 down already. We could go and get another one in this stage, but there's absolutely no point, because it's off this speedrun track here, and it takes a little bit long to go and get, so we're going to grab the next one in Chemical Plant Act 2 and grab our final one in Studiopolis 1. We do have a number of backup emeralds that we can go for if we need them, but hopefully we won't need to get any of them, and we're building up all our speed here all the way off the camera. Away we go. Will we get our buddy Tails? Let's find out. Nope, Tails was not there. So we're going to have to just get a single hit on the boss here. This is Damage Boost the Boss, the video game, covering itself in the gimmick for Act 2, known as Flubber. We'll explain that later, but basically, we're going to damage on the boss is going to damage us. We're then going to use our iframes to do the same again, and the boss is gone. And just like that, away we go. Ta-da! There's one of those hidden item boxes I was telling you. I'm going to jump over that one, though, because we do not want to get the bubble shield, unfortunately. Too early for the bubble shield. We will get that later on when we go into the stage, whose name shall not be named. But now to Chemical Plant Act 2, this is our first cycle-based zone. We want to get up to the very top of the level by about 1 minute 18 seconds if we want to make our cycle. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that with the gimmick of the stage. The gimmick of the stage is Flubber. Dark blue Flubber will damage us. Light blue Flubber will give us a small bounce. Green Flubber, which is why it gets its name, gives us a big old bounce. And then, of course, the purple Flubber is a little sticky and will take us up as we're going to go through. I'm sorry, Old Cloth, the wow was denied, but we will get that later on. We're going to run our way through the stage here. Going to go over the small bounce there, all the way down. You can see the stage is a lot of back and forward, a lot of left and right, but we're going up high every time. The route that we take, of course, is the quickest route through the stage, because we routed them out and we know where we're going. We're going to come down and take a deliberate damage boost of these spikes, and then just spin or dash our way to Sniper. No sniping. The question is, will the enemy manage to get us? See the bullet? Let's go. Run and jump, and Sniper. No sniping. Goodbye, Sniper. You didn't get us. So we're at 53 seconds right now. Going to get the bounce up here. Hopefully getting into this next area by about 1 minute and 3 seconds, which will tell me if I'm on a good pace or not, which we were until I got hit by that, but that's all right. Still at 103, so we might make it. It's going to be tight. Let's see what happens. We're going to run our way around. We're about at the area that we need for our cycle here. Going to run, jump off this one. Going to dunk off our head here. Dong. That's going to knock our platform down. You can see we're at 17. We're at 18. Can we make it in? Yes, we can. Ta-da! If you try and get there slightly later, you will miss a cycle, and you'll get into the checkpoint here, or the bonus stage here at 1:30. As we're going to special stage 6, this is the hardest stage in the game, or at least it is for me, and I'm going to get a bounce there, but that's going to give me a second bounce. No, we went right through it. Lovely! So I'm just going to go. Oh, we still got the emerald. All right, I'll take that. Game giveth and game taketh away. The game took away my bumper, but then gave me the emerald. I'll accept that. I don't know what I'm there, but it did the thing.
Seems like a fair trade.
I take that. You know what's not a fair trade? Our next boss fight. We're going to go up to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Salt Inducing Puyo Machine. If you're a fan of Puyo Puyo, if you're a fan of Mean Bean, you will know this boss, and you'll be much better at it than I am. I apologize in advance to all puzzle fans who are, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm going to aim for a Hailfire combo here, meaning I'm going to try and get as many stacked as I can and then trigger them all off at the one time, but we'll see how the colors are going to go. Right now, I'm looking for a color to be, okay, that's not a good start. Looks like we're going to have red as our color to start with, which is not the color I was expecting, to be honest. Definitely not getting the colors that we were looking for. Now, this is a terrible setup. So, I'm going to get rid of you. Yes, we are. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to make a pivot straight to the red color here. Arg's already made mistakes. This is grand. Right, blue color instead. I don't know at this point. Yeah, blue works. So blue going to do the thing that'll allow me to do the cool thing, right? No, maybe? Who knows? Go up there, boost on that one. That then ruins that entirely, but that's all right. Yeah, I have ruined this Puyo straight away. This is why Ark shouldn't be allowed to do Puyo. Right, how do I want to do this? I want to do this by getting a yellow. If the game's going to give me a yellow, there's the yellow right there, which is really good. Going to allow that to drop us down. That's going to take you out, which will drop you down there, and it's going to drop you down there. That's going to allow us to activate our next color combination, which is here, which will then land on the blue, and then we can finally get a little bit of recovery coming in. Thank you, video game, for being good. So we didn't quite get a full loop of the music there. I paused the game too early because I'm trying to skip things that aren't there. But yes, I'm having a Puyo crisis. Mean bean Puyo crisis, you know? Oops. It's fine. But now we get to go into the very first new stage of Sonic Mania here. Welcome to Studiopolis Zone. Studiopolis Zone is the entrance to Dr. Eggman's TV studio for Egg TV. It's also the first stage that was prototyped and sent to Sonic Team to get Sonic Mania greenlit, which was actually really awesome, you know? Not my favorite stage in the run, but it's still a pretty dang good stage. But we're going to run our way up the top right here in this level, grab as many rings as we can, grab the ring box there. Speed shoes are nice, but we're going to lose our speed shoes as we're about to go into the Hornet truck and head straight up to that special stage right there. So we're going to go around, going to stop, going to go up, and going to end special stage number 7. This is our final special stage here. If we do this correctly, we'll grab ourselves the 7 Chaos Emerald, and it'll allow us to turn into Super. So we're just going to run and go back and forward and left and right and up and down, and there's my emerald, and ta-da, done. I'm going to take myself a victory sip. Nice. So now with all 7 Chaos Emeralds, any big rings will now immediately give us 50 rings, and we'll be using that throughout the run. And now we can turn into Super Sonic. Super Sonic will have increased acceleration, increased jump height, is invulnerable, and unfortunately cannot use any of the Elemental Shield's primary abilities. And speaking of Elemental Shields, here's their second one. It is the Lightning Shield. Lightning Shield's passive ability will cause rings to magnetize towards us. Very useful when you're Super Sonic. And its primary ability will allow you to double jump. Again, unfortunately, Super Sonic does not get that ability as he's OP enough. Now we're on the boss side of this stage. This is Heavy Gunner. We're going to look for 3 missiles. 1, 2, and 3, aka top, middle, and bottom. That's a 3. That's a bad missile. That's not the missile that we wanted. We want to get as many 1s or as many 2s as we can. And every time I hit a missile, I will jump back to the left-hand side of the screen here, start flying with Tails, and then head towards the transition point. When we get to the transition point, that'll allow us to move on to the next phase of the boss, which again is just fire another missile. We got to repeat this 4 times, and we'll see what happens. That's the one. That's what we want to see. But while we're doing this boss, if you've got anything you'd love to say, Laurie, now's a great time.
We do not have any donations, but I have a fun announcement. Since this run started, we did actually open a new incentive. We opened the Halo Reach incentive to play the Lone Wolf stage. Or I believe it's a stage. Halo Reach is going to be happening a bit later in this afternoon after Titanfall 2 and Metal Slug, which both of those games have bid wars open for them. So if you want to get money in, now's a great time.
Indeed. Always good when you get more incentives opening up. It means more marathon and more fun, you know. Remember, folks, we're still waiting for those terrible puns. If you've got them, can you make us groan with bad jokes? Doesn't have to be Sonic related. Better if it is, though. But here we go, the final missile coming through, and we're going to go all the way now. Goodbye, helicopter. We're going to head inside the TV studio now. We're going to star in Egg TV. They're going to deliberately slow down just before we cross the signpost there. And the reason for that is if you pass the signpost at speed, it'll do a little spin in midair, and it takes a little bit of time. So we just do a little bit of optimization there. It allows us to go through, and we get ourselves inside the TV studio. Now, for Studiopolis Act 2, that is a very bad jump there, Arg. Well done. So we're going to take the bomb right through the stage. That's all right. So we get this lovely little orbital that gets in our way. Unfortunately, we can take them out and then run our way through the rest of the stage. But that's all right, because we're up here. Going to try and grab as many rings as I can. Will the other orbital be a pain in the butt? Yes, it will. Tails is not even getting to land. There he is. Bye, Tails. He'll come back in a minute. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'll take some of those rings. Thank you. I'm unfortunately sliding back down there because I did not get the jump that I was looking for from the ramp. What I'm aiming to do now to the end of the game is get 50 rings ASAP and then transform into Super Sonic. You may notice that we don't have any Super Sonic music. You will get to hear some Super Sonic music when we get to Metallic Madness Act 2. But before the run, I disabled the Super Sonic music using an in-game sound test code that allows us to enjoy the OST created by T-Lopes in all its glory. So stage here, we're just running our way around here, deliberately going to slow down and stop ourselves from this area by just jumping up high. Oh, didn't get the highest jump that we needed there, but that's all right. This is going to allow us to get to the funnel through the bingo area, and then down we go, falling in all the way through. And then we're going to pull off a nice little trick with Tails here. Tails is going to help us kill the boss by literally flying inside his hitbox. For some reason, when Tails grabs a hold of Supersonic, Tails also becomes invincible. So we're going to use this to our advantage while Tails is stuck in the ground there. Going to fly up with Tails into the boss here. Just hang about in his hitbox. Well, the good chicken in the background there is going to tell us what weather it is. Apparently, it's 494 degrees out there. Very warm day. Actually, if you're up in Scotland, it really is a very warm day today. But there we go. That is Studiopolis now complete. Bosses in this game, not really much that we need to worry about. It's the levels themselves. And speaking of levels, we're going to come to one of everybody's favorite ones. It is Flying Battery from Sonic and Knuckles here. We're going to try and get ourselves a very good cycle here. We want to get a 43-second cycle at a specific point. We're going to run, jump, grab as many rings as we can while going as fast as we can to beat that cycle. We're going to grab our fire shield here. We're going to use the fire dash to try and get over this area without falling down and without making a mistake. As we're going to run, jump here, going to run, jump here, going to land on that, and fire dash away over to the cylinder. That's going to keep us from falling down the bottom and dying. Because it is a flying battery, it is a flying airship. That means it is in the air and you can fall out the level, which is no fun. So we have enough rings here. We're going to transform into super. We're going to grab our lightning shield, which has a bonus effect in this stage. Anytime we are below these magnetized ceilings and we have a lightning shield, we will get pulled towards those ceilings. We're going to use that to our advantage through this area here. Going to get through. It's going to start moving now. I'm going to wait until it goes up, making sure we get there by 53, which is nice. So not the fastest time I've done that, but we still made our first cycle, which is always very good. Now, while we're waiting to get to our boss here, and Tails is eating a missile there, apparently, I'm going to let you know what's coming up very, very soon. In Flying Battery 2 here, we are going to try and do Flying Battery 2 boss skip. Now, the way that is going to work is the game has the boss in a never-ending scrolling vertical arena. But what we can do is we can trick the game into thinking that we are above that arena, and we can send our buddy Tails to go and hit the capsule to unlock the basically to finish the stage for us without finishing the boss. However, this does require 3 things. 1, it requires a lightning shield. 2, it requires us to not be supersonic. And 3, it requires Tails to be a good boy and not get stuck up in the top area with us. The question is, will that happen? So first things first, we're going to go get supersonic. Now, you may wonder, it's like, but Arg, you said you don't need to be supersonic. We still need to get to the end of the stage quickly, and we're going to use supersonic to do that. So we're going to run our way through. We're going to go down here. We're just going to grab ourselves the big ring that's in this area, or I'm going to fall down the hole there. That's wonderful. I've not done that before. Ta-da! That's never happened before. Back to the start of the stage we go. That's a nice way of losing like 10 seconds. I'm going to go to the right-hand side from now on. Never had that. I just fell down and oops. But yeah, we're going to go take the bomb right here. We're going to go grab that giant ring. Way to go, Arg. Okay, I'm always going to go this way from now on. That way we don't fall down the hole and we don't fall off the edge of the ship. So now that we have supersonic, we're going to run our way towards the end of the stage. We're going to get to our last checkpoint before the boss. So I jump up there and I shouldn't have. Arg, well done. Going to wait for that to come back down. And then it'll pull me back up. Here we go. I see all the argick fudges in there. That's the perfect time to use it when Arg makes a mistake like that. So we're going to run our way through. We're going to grab ourselves the lightning shield here. So that is us obtained item number 1, lightning shield. Item number 2 is we need to not be supersonic. We're going to use a checkpoint for that because every time you go into a bonus stage in a checkpoint, you will despawn supersonic and be able to return back to normal. It's the only way you can do it. And our checkpoint is coming up very soon if I can actually get up there. Thanks for not taking my jump there. There we go. Going up, in, and round. Through, jump in, get grabbed, run our way down. So our checkpoint is coming up here. We're going to use this bonus stage to transform and, to transform back to normal Sonic. Hit that button, hold the thing, away we go. And then what we're going to do is we are going to try and manipulate our buddy Tails to help us skip the boss. We are going to despawn a kill plane. We're going to land on the top of the level. And we're going to hope that our buddy Tails follows us, but falls down to where the capsule is. So we need to manipulate our buddy Tails here. We're going to get him a command. We're going to kill the enemy. We're going to land on the spike. We're going to wait. We're going to run. We're going to full jump on. We're going to run on here. We're going to hold it. We're going to go down. We're going to double jump. And then our buddy Tails is down at the capsule. And out of nowhere, the stage ends because Tails is below us, hits the capsule for us, skipping the entire boss fight there, and allows us to move right into Press Garden Zone. Woohoo! Thank you, Tails. You're going to get some ice cream later on, buddy. So we're going to run our way through. Here we go. We're going to run, jump, and dive our way through. This is a cycle-based stage as well. Going to try and get to the point of the stage in 26 seconds. It's super tight. In fact, I may have already failed it because of how tight it is. We'll see what happens. Going to grab our big shield. Running our way through. Going up, going in, going down, going round. We're going to dash our way down as quickly as we can. Get a big jump up this side. Does not give it enough. 24, 25. I might just miss this. Now we're not getting it. The boxes are already in. So we wait for the 29, the boxes come out, takes us up to the top, and away we go. So we got first cycle, zero cycle, ridiculously hard to make. I've only done it about 3 times, and none of them were in a marathon run. That's how tight it is. But we're going to run our way through the stage. Another stage here that is pretty vertically based, a lot of back and forward, getting pushed up and around the printing press here. We've been in his TV studio. This is his printing press where he makes his newspapers or something, I guess. I don't know. But I wonder if he's got a podcast at some point. So we're going to run, jump, and dive our way through with a drop dash all the way up an almost vertical surface. Not quite getting enough speed to get up in the second platform, but that's all right. We're going to grab ourselves a fire shield for the next stage, because just like the lightning shield and flying battery, the fire shield has a special property for Press Garden Act 2. Also, I've got a request for you all. If you've got any waving emotes, I would love it if you would use them, because we're about to go and defeat Shiversaw here, but the boss, very nice, going to wave to us. How are you doing, boss? Wave to the boss, everybody. How you doing? Unfortunately, we're still going to go beat it up, so we're just going to run, jump inside where the boss is there. Just going to jump and hit him 6 times. 3, 4, 5, 6. Boss is gone. Bye, boss. Bye, boss. Boss is gone. And then we're going to use our fire shield here. And keep an eye on Sonic, because we got a little bit of swag ready for you all. Aw, yeah. Sonic moonwalking backwards there. That's always good fun. So the reason we grab our fire shield here is because the gimmick of this stage is getting frozen. So what we're doing is we're using the fire shield to prevent us from getting frozen there. Who knew fire keeps you warm? So we're going to run and fire dash our way down here. We will eventually lose our fire shield, because what happens when we turn super is that we no longer get the ability to be, well, we no longer get protected from fire. The reason for that is to prevent us from getting soft locked, as there are areas where if you destroy the ice, you're in a bit of trouble. So we're going to just get frozen here. We're going to use this to skip a jungle level here. Sonic, how you doing, buddy? Oh, you're not that good, huh? Your eyes say no. All right, no worries. Going to jump through the ice. This is going to allow us to then just use Super Zonus, increase jump height to skip the extra platforms, get up to the stage, get up to our boss, which is Heavy Shinobi. So Heavy Shinobi, we are literally going to play a game of stand inside the hitbox. Whose hitbox is bigger? Mine. So that's 3 hits, that's 6 hits, and there's the last set of hits. There, the stage is done in a minute, and away we go. Goodbye, Heavy Shinobi. Single stab, jump, land on the capsule, and away we go to our next stage, which is Stardust Speedway. Stardust Speedway, really chill stage here. It's got a lot of mazes and that in it, but we know where we're going, so we don't have to worry about any of those maze-like areas for us. We're just going to run, jump, use the springs to get up to the top of this entire section as quickly as we can. We're then going to bounce off the top of this slide here, land into this lovely little area, hit the bits over there, go down the slope, run all the way down, jump off the slope there to get a little bit of speed, and grab a 10-ring box. Always good fun. Big jump up. Going to make sure we don't hit any of the spikes here. Going to come up to the hardest room in the game, in my opinion, known as the Deadly Spike Room here. So we got our platforms that have spikes on, and we got armadillos at the bottom trying to push us into the spikes. Thankfully, cycles were good, so we're good to go. Going to bounce off the wall, grab our last set of rings here, and then we should transform, and our little lightning bug here is going to say, nope, I'm out. Goodbye. I love that how when you transform, that lightning bug just says, no, I'm out of here. Going to launch ourselves down, maybe get a nice big jump there. Yeah, getting through, landing on it, always nice. Big jump up here, go down the other side, land on there. Can we get a jump down this one into the area? We fall down, we drop dash through, and we go up to a checkpoint. Oh, just a little bit shorter, and then we did a drop dash, so that's all right. Going to be a 1-minute boss, but nay bother there. The boss scores, giant lightning bug, nothing much to see here. Get 2 hits on the boss, kill the little ones, get the final 4 hits on the boss, and move into Act 2. Boom, boom. 2, 3, and 4. The boss is gone, and we're now going to head into the future. Because, of course, it's not a Sonic CD stage without some time travel shenanigans. So we're going to hit a future sign here. We're going to head off to the future. So we're going to go through, hit the button, goodbye. And then we're going into the stage that pretty much plays itself at some point. So we're going to spin dash and then jump our way over. We're going to try and stay on the top route here. Going to grab ourselves as many rings as we can, as we need to keep super for the boss fight here. Going to use the rocket, grab a whole bunch of rings there, which is always fun. Big old jump up, big old jump down here. Spin dash our way through. After the second loop, we're going to jump up the ramp. That allows us to run over the top of the armadillo that would bonk us backwards. Runs our way through, and then everybody, look. Look, folks, no hands. Yay. Stage pretty much plays itself at this point, but I do need to press one jump button when we get over here and jump straight over the hole of death that Tails just managed to fall into, and then away we go. So 35 seconds, the boss is done, or sorry, the level is done, and now we're going to come into our boss. Our boss has 3 phases. It has a race phase, it has a Silver Sonic phase, and it has a Metal Sonic Kai phase. We're going to skip phase 2. We're going to skip the Metal Sonic Kai phase, sorry, the Silver Sonic phase here. So we're going to spin dash. We're going to run our way towards the Silver Sonic area. But what we're going to do is we're going to do our first instance of clipping. Now, in this game, in Mania mode here, you can't do any zips, you can't do any level wraps, because the developers were aware, so they made it so it's not possible. What we're going to do is we're going to line ourselves up on a pixel, single tap spin dash, hold right, release right just before you go in the wall, and then start jumping. Unfortunately, I biffed that, so what I need to do now is hold down and get out here. So I need to get out of this hole if I can. I need to make sure I'm holding the button as we go in, and then down through the hole. Come on, Arg, you want out of here so we don't fall down. Unfortunately, I managed to get myself stuck by jumping just too quickly. So I need to hit the button left to get me out of the hole, just like that. There we go, no worries. That used to be a soft wall, but we're all good. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to hold the spin dash. Going to go into the wall. Going to jump once, and then we're going to jump our way up the wall. There you go. And what that does is that allows us to skip the boss fight there and get up to the final section. The reason that works is because anytime you're stuck in a level geometry that you're not supposed to be in, the only way that you can do that, or the only way you can go, is up. And I still have enough rings here, so it's alright. I'm just going to stand inside the boss's hitbox here. Make sure I don't do what Tails just did and fall down and die. But we're alright. See? Nothing to worry about. And that's why you grab extra rings. But yeah, that used to be a soft log, but thankfully we managed to find a way out of that. Rafflemere came along and went, you know, you can all get out of there, right? And now we can. So big thanks to Rafflemere for that one. As we now come into the stage that won't be named, and I'm not going to say any name, and it's up to Laurie if Laurie wants to say the name of the stage.
Nope.
See, Laurie also understands the problem here. So we're going to go through the stage that shall not be named here. It is the most dangerous stage in the game because we're going to take the top route, the middle route, and the bottom route all at the same time. And that means we don't get any checkpoints. So if I do die, that means we're going to get sent all the way back to the start. So hopefully we ain't going to die. But we're going to go up through here. There's a lot of water in the stage. I'm going to make sure we try and dodge all the enemies here. Grab this lovely little lever to allow us to go back up to the middle route here. And this is going to allow us to then glitch through some of the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to get a bunch of speed. We're going to roll, we're going to hold left, we're going to jump, and just casually jump through the floor. We've already got 48 We now get our final elemental shield of the run. It is, of course, the big old wow. It is the bubble shield. The bubble shield's primary ability allows you to do the bubble vents. You'll be seeing that in the next stage. And its passive ability allows you to not drown. So now Supersonic cannot drown in the water, which is all good for us. And we get to keep the bubble for the next stage. So we didn't quite make the cycle that we're looking for. Unfortunately, this is the area where you can get crushed, as Tails just beautifully demonstrated. We don't want to do that because then we get put down to the area, which is not good as we go through. After the top, we're going to head down to our boss area now. Eggman's went for a little swim. He's causing shenanigans under the water, but that's all right because we're going to go and steal his. We're going to go and steal his ship because that's what he did. And Tails grabbing some water. Because that's what I do. So we're going to go all the way up the top here. Supersonic has the increased ability to jump, which is nice in water here. Going to wait for the wall to come down because Supersonic is too fast. And the wall is right there. As you can see, we can't go anywhere until the wall comes down. But if you are an aspiring evil genius, or you are an evil genius yourself, I have a PSA for you. Please do not leave your evil genius villains unattended. Evil genius villains? Evil genius vehicles unattended. Or random hedgehogs, foxes, armadillos, flying squirrels, or echidnas may come and commandeer them. Yep, we're redoing the Sonic 3 boss fight, but this time, we're the ones inside the Eggmobile, and we're the ones making Eggman feel the blades this time. So 4 heads later, the boss is gone. we get our bubble shield, which is a very nice canopy over the top there. And we're going to try and get ourselves through with the triple bubble bounce going on there. So coming through to the next stage, there is a cycle here. We're going to try and bounce 3 times in a row with the bubble shield to skip a cycle. We may even get a quad bubble bounce. Let's see what happens. So we're going to run. We're going to go here. We're going to just do a big jump here. 1, 2, 3. There's the triple bubble bounce for you. Allows you to skip that cycle where we don't have to wait in these platforms going around again. Allows us to go up to the next area. And right now, there are 53 rings between here and the first checkpoint. So we are going to go and grab as many of them as we can. Another interesting thing about the elemental shields here is that the elemental shields prevent us from doing the drop dash. So you have a choice to make. You either use the drop dash or you use the elemental shield. I'm going to keep hold of the elemental shield just because we can, and it's wow. And we're going to grab the set of rings up here. It takes us up to 43. Get our last 7 of this area. And then there's our final 3 to make 53. Ta-da! Now that we're supersonic, we are going to go and skip ourselves part of the stage. The game wants us to go up, down, left, right. We're going to say nope. About turn, jump up to the top area here, hit the path swapper, allows us to go down the other side, and we just skip part of the stage. There you go. And the best thing about it, we're going to do it a second time. It is such a nice trick. They let you do it twice in this one. So we're going to run our way through here. Going to go up to the next set of the exact same. Going to bounce our way over, grab a second wow. Second bubble shield there, and the game's going to do the same again for us here. It's telling you got to run really, really fast, go down. We're just going to about turn, casually just jump through the stage here. So we're going to land at the bottom, big run, big jump, in we go. Skips the stage by casually going through the ground there. If you have enough speed and you have enough height, you can just go through that slide. And it takes us right to the boss stage. So if you like the stage that shall not be named, I'm sorry, because we just skipped a lot of it. So now into our boss fight here. The game is going to explain to us that you need to hit these bombs into Eggman. That is how you hit these bombs. That is how you hit this boss. However, we are supersonic. Therefore, we are invincible, and we can use these spikes to also hit the boss because we count as a projectile, and now the boss is dead. The good news about that is that the boss died in 1 cycle, so when the game comes back to the next area, we get to go immediately into phase 2, and we get to go and do the washing machine. So with the washing machine coming down here, we're just going to get our buddy Tails to fly up. We're going to give him our supersonic invincibility. He's a good boy. And then there we go. As we gotta go through, we're gonna land ourselves down here. This is gonna position ourselves for the upcoming cutscene here. As we cannot skip the cutscene. So we just gotta wait. But if you can land it correctly, you get a nice amount of speed just to get taken off the screen there. And then we get to transition to our next stage. We're now in Mirage Saloon. Welcome to this game's auto-scroller. Hello there, Heavy Magician. Goodbye, Knuckles. Oh no. Knuckles is gone. Sonic's not happy about that. But Knuckles gets to go away and do his own stage. Meanwhile, Heavy Magician summoning a whole bunch of enemies for us. All I have to do in this stage is get 60 rings, and we have a glitch that we're going to do with the train at the very end of it. But because we've got about 2 minutes of auto-scroller here, I'm going to hand it over to Laurie. And Laurie, if you've got anything you'd love to say, now is the perfect time.
Alright, well, we do have a few donations for you. We have $10 from Lavin Firestorm saying, argick wants Sonic puns? I got one for you. I think Sonic should get into professional wrestling as he's a sucker for rings.
Oh, that's a pun. Yeah, that's a pun.
We have $25 from Tiny Tim 78 that says, hey all, donating for the always amazing argick. Gotta go fast, fast, fast.
Yep.
Back on the pun train, we have $50 from Atreus saying, first time watching this marathon and lucky enough to stumble into my man Art. Good luck, buddy. Sorry I can't think of any decent puns. I got a bit of a scrap brain going on, and nothing has a nice ring to it. Not really in the zone, need some flying batteries to hit the hilltop of pun excellence.
You know, I think you nailed it with that one. That's a lot of good puns.
And then we have $20 from Mice W saying, gotta donate fast. Tails and Froggy are best boys.
Yeah.
And I want to see a bit of where that went incentive-wise. We have already raised $75 of the 100 needed to play the Lone Wolf in Halo Reach, so we are very close to that. And we have $20 more to the squat counter. Just a reminder that the Metal Slug 2 race has a counter where for $5 you can make the loser of that race do 1 squat. We have $25 in that pool right now, so so that's 5 squats right now.
Oh, those poor legs. Those knees. I can already feel. Why would they do that? No. No, I feel like you should make more people do squats. I like the sound of that. Just not me. I'm not doing them. I'm not doing them. But welcome to the boss of this stage. This is the giant caterpillar. It can bounce out the sand 3 times like it just did. It can go at the left or right, which it just did. And it can jump out the sand once. So right now, it's being okay and it's behaving itself, which I like. Let's see if it does it again. It went to the other side. There we go. That's a good boss fight. And for those of you that were wondering what happened, we did take a deliberate death here on the train. When the train starts to come on the screen from the left-hand side there, if you are moving through, basically towards the train, if you jump and transform into supersonic, the game gets very confused about which layer you're on, so it allows you to interact with both. So what we did is we deliberately hit the checkpoint on the train outside the boss, and then managed to kill ourselves on the spikes by getting crushed. That then allows us to skip the entire train segment and get to the boss ASAP. Pretty dang cool strat. And now we're in Mirage Saloon Act 2, where we're just going to grab all these rings, turn into supersonic, and the fun is going to happen towards the end of the stage here. It's a nice little smooth stage, lots of little cool little stuff that we're going to do. We're going to launch ourselves from guns, going to go all the way through, and then hopefully not get bonked at the end here. And I also want to say as well, thank you everybody for your donations there. The puns were great. Do please keep them coming in, and do put them to the squats, you know? Like, the squat sounds like a really bad idea. We should do more of those. But we're lining ourselves up now. We're going to do some ice cream strats. Yo, Tails, come get some ice cream, buddy, because you're being helpful. Nom, 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 nom. So with Tails getting some ice cream, we line him up. We put him down here. We do a single tap spin dash. We jump at the ice cream, and Tails finishes the level for us. So what happens is we send our buddy Tails down into the boss arena. But because Tails isn't the main character, it doesn't lock the camera for him. That allows him to just casually saunter off onto the left-hand side of the stage and land on the capsule. How we get him to land on the capsule is we manipulate his movements by using the ice cream as a lineup. We then jump at the ice cream, and because we run and jump at the ice cream with supersonic while holding right, that causes Tails to run and jump and ends up landing on the capsule, skipping the boss. So Heavy Magician is now currently just waiting there for us, and we've already went in the oil ocean. So oil ocean here, you saw, we went and grabbed ourselves a good old supersonic from a big ring and then headed all the way up to the top route, because that's something that we want to do. Also, I just want to eat chili dogs. Can't say the rest on a charity stream. But if you get that reference, then I love you. You'll hear it again later on. But we're now going to come up to this stage's boss. It is Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? Yes, he can. But unfortunately, Bob the Builder ain't getting a chance, because we're going to get 6 quick hits on the boss. The boss ain't even going to get a single attack off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boss. He's gone now. You tried. But we are now going to line ourselves up, because we're going to break the gimmick of Act 2 here. The gimmick of Act 2 is this smog. Now, this smog is supposed to disappear and then slowly come back and begin draining our rings. If we line up here, we skip past the lever. Tails then says, no, you're getting the gimmick in this stage. There's nothing you can do about it. Thanks, buddy. Being a troll right now. So that whole thing about skipping the gimmick, didn't worry about it, because Tails just activated it anyway. So we're going to get the smog coming on screen. It's going to start draining our rings if I'm not quick enough and hitting another level. But I'm going to just go all the way through and grab some rings anyway. What we are going to do, though, is we are going to use our buddy Tails once again, you guessed it, to skip the boss. What we're going to do is we're going to go into our magic box here. And what the magic box is going to do is the magic box is going to allow Tails to be in the background. We are then going to abuse the fact that Tails is in the background and put ourselves in the background. I just wanna eat chili dogs. Gonna use the trick in the magic box. Here he comes, it is Tails the Fox. Now I'm gonna go skip the boss by jumping in the oil here, because now the entire level is not solid. Everything that is in the foreground I cannot interact with. Everything that is in the background I can interact with. Now because of that, I can go through these blocks, and we're just going to casually go and fly our way above the level, go over the boss arena, and hopefully land on the capsule. Like that. There you go. So what that does, as I said, inside the magic box there, the magic box has both a background layer transition and a foreground layer transition. Now, because we spin dash through and we hit the foreground layer transition, we are in the foreground. When Tails goes through it, because he's off screen, he remains in the background. And for whatever reason, when you grab a hold of Tails, instead of Tails coming to the foreground, we go to the background. That then allows us, as you just saw, to interact with everything in the background, allowing us to skip the boss. We're now in Lava Reef, which is a really chill stage. My favorite stage in the game. Yes, I am aware. I just called the fire stage chill, but that's because I love it. Not really much in the way of glitches on this one. It's a lot of smooth movement, grabbing a fire shield, and running our way through with Supersonic. So, how you all doing, folks? I can see you all in chat. I hope you're all enjoying the run. I hope you're all having a great time. Remember, we do have plenty more of Midwest Speedfest Marathon still to come. I believe this one's Midwest Spring Fling. So many S's. So many things that we can't say. But instead of me talking a load of nonsense like I normally do, I'm going to once again hand it over to Laurie.
Alright, well, we don't have anything new yet. However, I do want to mention on top of the squats, the other two bid wars that are open. Because not only does Metal Slug have another bid war for character choice that doesn't have anything towards it, so a single donation can put your character in the lead, but we also have a bid war to kill or spare the Marvin in Titanfall 2, and one of our donations did go towards that, so we have an option for that right now. Kill is in the lead with $10. If you don't want to see that, make sure to get your money in, because time is running out quickly.
I can't believe you've done this. Why would you kill the Marvin?
I don't know.
Shake my head.
I had 2 runners in a row on this hosting shift talk about how much they like the Marvin, and the first donation goes to kill him.
I know, right? Like, why? That's just not mean. You can change the fate of the Marvin. Speaking of changing the fate, this boss is changing its own fate. This boss has super armor. We can't kill it. However, every time it superheats itself, it loses that super armor. After 2 superheats, it loses the armor in the center, and if it does it a 3rd time, it loses it on its left and right hand sides. However, we're supersonic, so we're going to hit the boss here. Now the boss is gone, and we're going to head into Lava Reef 2. But what we're going to do, because this is a marathon run, we're going to do a really cool trick. We are going to try and turn the lights off. So we're going to let this cutscene play halfway through. When it dims the lights, I'm then going to skip it. And if we do it right, we'll get Dark Lava Reef 2. So we're going to hold it and then skip. And if I've done it right... Yeah! The level is now in darkness. Now you might be wondering why I've done this. Look at the glorious crystals. Look how beautiful this stage looks when it's lit up just by the crystals that are changing color. Old Clove is the runner that showed me this, and I absolutely adore this feature. It is so cool. The downside, though, as you say, you can't really see anything, so you need to know how the stage works. Thankfully, I've played this game too many times. I know how it works here. We're going to go and do our final clip of the run here. We're going to get ourselves stuck in the block, which puts us in the wall that allows us to pass the impassable giant silver cylinder there. And now we've just saved about 20 seconds by doing that. Once again, the only way you can zip in Mania mode in this game is by getting stuck in a wall and going upwards. 9 times out of 10, though, when you go upwards, you'll hit an invisible Eggman block and you will die. That is to prevent you from soft walking or getting yourself stuck in areas that you can't get out of. Also known as the soft walk. Well done, Arg. But now we're just going to run our way through the rest of the stage here. You can see being guided by these crystals is absolutely amazing. Someone's saying, can we hit the lights? We can't hit the lights. The lights will come up in a second. We're just going to run and jump to the boss arena. When we get into the boss arena, probably in another couple of seconds here, the lights will come back on. So, here we go. Transition through. The lights are back on, and we're not going to fight the boss, Heavy Rider and Jimmy. So wait for the arena to rise up. We're going to get 4 hits on the boss as they move towards the left, and then 4 hits as they come from the right. So, going to run and jump and go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, oh, you're being cheeky. Okay, that's fine. You're going to come back? Yeah, he came back. I'll take it. Running our way through. Going to go up. Going to make sure Tails flies here. Make sure he grabs us on the capsule. And away we go. I want to see if I can try and do another cool little trick here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm going to try my hardest. All right, so I was going to do it. And then jump. Tails is floating. Yay! Unfortunately, I didn't get the upward angle there. But if I timed that right, you can send the characters to space. It's quite fun. But now I have one question for you all, chat. Is this anime? Welcome to Metallic Madness, aka the anime stage. We're going to do a deliberate damage boost, and then we're going to stay on the middle route here. If you ever run this stage and you fall down to the bottom route, just restart. The middle route here is the best route. If you fall down to the bottom route, it is no fun. Highly recommend you just restart and go your way through. What we're looking to do here is stay on the middle route because we do not need to use the gimmick of this stage, which is taken straight from Sonic CD and allows us to go into the background there. You can see a number of rings there. We want to avoid all of that if we can, except from the final one at the end. On top of that, this is anime. This is anime. We like anime. Arg loves anime.
Which anime is your favorite?
Oh, what anime? Ooh. I'm gonna say Fate Stay Night. I like Fate Stay. Well, or just the Fate series in general.
Me, I've not watched any, so.
Ah. Well, you have. You've watched Metallic Madness. It's anime, apparently. So congratulations, sure. You watched anime. But yeah,
it's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. No, anime's good fun. I like watching anime. But yeah, we heard this originally in Grimmy Hunter's stream. Grimmy will swear that it wasn't them that did this. I think it was. If it wasn't Grimmy, I've got no idea who it was. But either way, the stage is now anime. And this is the final zone boss from Sonic 1 with an added upgrade. This time it has one more piston. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, you get 4 hits on the boss here. Then he goes into his desperation phase where he comes out the 4th piston that comes down. There you go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Welcome to counting with Arg and squishing with Tails. 3 and 4 in the middle here. And then one more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's that boss done. There you go. So once again, we're going to spin dash to the end. Going to slow down just before the signpost there. That way it doesn't get sent up flying. And then we're going to head into act number 2. Now, this stage is the stage where we're going to hear the supersonic music. And the reason for that is because of Chibi Sonic and Tails. Now, Metallic Madness Act 2 has the Shrink Ray. We're going to get turned into our little chibi forms here. The little cutesy little chibi forms that we all know and love. But because of that, for some reason, the game then activates supersonic music. Not entirely sure why that works. But I'm sorry for all you saxophone fans out there. No saxophone today. And instead, we get to enjoy ourselves with good old supersonic music here. So we transform. Chibi Supersonic is going to run through as fast as we can. And we get to enjoy some supersonic music here. So we're not going to get squished by these pistons. We're going to roll our way through. This should allow us to be on the correct cycle for here. We're going to run up through and in. Not getting squished, because if you go too fast, you will get squished. And it is bad as we go through. Spin dash our way up. Trying to beat the next cycle. That is 58 seconds. We're already at 48 here. We should still be all right. This will be tight. Let's find out. Going to spin dash. Going to jump up and over. Go drop dash straight on there. That's very nice. Allows us to run through. 55, 56, 57, and whee! 58 cycle made. And now we're going into the boss arena where we're going to go and gamble a little bit. We're going to get ourselves a number of enemies here. It'll either be a Sonic 1 boss, a Sonic 2 boss, or an Amy doll. That's an Amy doll. That's a Sonic 1 boss. That's another Amy doll. That's a Sonic 2 boss. What else are we getting? That's another Sonic 1 boss. That's another Sonic 2 boss. And that's another Amy doll. So we need to take out all of these once they have arrived. I'm then going to send my buddy Tails up the top and see if we get ourselves some surprise Eggman. Unfortunately, Tails gets hit, but gets it on the rebound. And suddenly, Eggman out of nowhere. So that boss is gone. We're not going to just jump into the shrink ray or the enlarging ray. I don't know. The opposite of the shrink ray. The big ray. That's it. I'm calling it the big ray. So the big ray allows us to turn back big, going into Titanic Monarch now, which is the stage that has a bit of everything. This is our final action stage of the run. It throws everything, including the kitchen sink at you. And I love it to bits because this is a lot of fun. Very big stage here. A lot of players time overed when they first played this zone just because of how big it actually is. And we got our buddy Tails. We need you for one last time, my friend. Are you going to be nice or are you going to be a troll? Let's find out. So we're going to get Tails here. We're going to run. We're going to jump. We're going to fly. And he's a good boy going to carry us up. Now we can go and enjoy his ice cream. Of course, Tails being Tails, though, he's going to come with us all the way to the end here. Sonic being a crash test dummy, he's not a fan of it. I'm going to run our way through the stage. Not going to transform in a super immediately, because we're going to use the super transformation to hold all momentum if I start to fall down as we run our way through here, all the way up into the giant orb room here. So the giant orb room, we're going to go up, 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 and... oh, nice, thank you. Only have to use 3 orbs instead of 4 there, which is always nice. Now we're going to see if we get wonky camera. We're going to run and jump. There's a feature of it. Wonky camera moves really, really slowly. Are we going to get it? Yes, we are. Are we going to get it all the way up the top? Yes, we are. So now I'm going to have to play blindfolded for a second here and pray that I don't get crushed. There we go. Didn't get crushed. That's always nice. Wonky camera. I have no idea why it happens. The camera decides to go a little bit slow, and you just got to play blindfolded. The downside about that is that with a Sonic game, any object that's not on the screen is not loaded. So if you end up getting wonky camera and then you accidentally end up loading the spikes while you are under them, you're going to get squished and you're going to die. Thankfully, that didn't happen for us. We were all right, and we get to go all the way through to our next boss, which is, of course, the other eye. It is Crimson Eye. So the one in Sonic 3 Knuckles is Red Eye. This is Crimson Eye. Apparently, it's a darker shade of red. Same phase 1 here. We hit the boss 8 times, get rid of the balls there. Phase 2, however, this boss controls the elevator that affects gravity. When the elevator is going up, we have heavy gravity. When the elevator is going down, we have low gravity. Don't have to worry about it. Super Sonic can hit the boss at any point in time. If you're Knuckles, however, you're going to have a bad time. So now we're going to go in. We're going to go through to our final part of the action stages here. We do have one extra boss fight, though, so we're not quite finishing the end of the run here. We do have our super exclusive stage. So Titanic Monarch Act 2 here is split up into 5 areas. We've got this hub area at the start, and then we've got 4 individual passageways. We're going to go through every single one of them. As we're going to go through, we're going to start with the bottom left area here, because 1, it has a lot of rings, and 2, it's got a lightning shield at the end of it. So we're going to use that lightning shield to then become Supersonic with a lightning shield that will allow us to do the rest of the stage in Supersonic and have enough rings for the boss fight. So we're going to run our way around here. We're going to stop. We're going to about turn. We're going to do a drop dash, a big jump up, running almost vertical again, allowing us to run our way through, running away from Tails. So he's going to follow us. We have enough rings. We're going to launch ourselves off the orb, run our way through, and meet our favorite friend, the Pistons. The Pistons are evil. They will crush you if you are not careful. Always give the Pistons respect. So we're going to go about turn. We're going to go onto this side here. I'm not at the good place with the orbs, so the orbs are being a little bit mean. There we go. Managing to get back through, up, and in. We're going to land our way down here, grabbing our lightning shield. We're going to transform and then take the top left route. We're not just going to navigate our way through these stages as quickly as we can. This is Piston area number 1. Where are you at? You're going that way, so that's fine. I'm going to stop here, making sure I don't get crushed by the piston or by the wall that's waiting for me at the other side. We jump up, we go through, and now I'm safe. The other thing with the lightning shield in this stage, again, because it is electrified, if you get hit by any of the arcs there, the arcs will pull you up or pull you down, depending on the direction that the arcs are going. So we see another one here. It's going to activate. Not in time, so we're all right. And we're going to run our way through, and that is going to take us to the end of the top left path. We're then going to go do the top right path. Top right path is a very vertically based area. We're going to go down to go up, and then finish it really quickly, hopefully. So we're going to go through here. There we go. Going to make it in there. Oh, Arg, don't do that again. That could have been a squish. And if that was a squish, that would have been bad. So we're going to run our way through here. Out of the orbs. Now we need to go up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Should get it on another 3 orbs here. So 1, up to 2, up to 3, and away we go. So 3 orbs, and we're done. Now we're going to get a little bit of swag, because Sonic here is going to run on the ceiling. What a feeling, eh? Woohoo! Runs on the ceiling there, going to run our way, going to jump all the way towards the end of the stage. Now that this area just has a lot of big jumps, that is going to allow us to take our secret route to finish, and away we go. Yeah, we're living on the edge right here, but coming up very, very soon, we have the boss of this stage. The boss is invincible while his shield's up. We're invincible because we're supersonic, and the boss makes a really nice boing noise when we hit the shield. So, I got a question for you all. Time to play a little game. How many bounces will Sonic and Tails get off the shield? Give me a number between 50 and 80. How many donks off the boss do you think we're going to get? So this boss is really simple. When the shield comes down, hit him 4 times. Repeat the process 4 times, and then you win. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be silent. I'm going to count how many bonks we get. Alright, we're at 19 right now. 19 bounces in phase 1. We're at 32 bounces in phase 2. We're at 37 as we're going to go and visit the heavy gunner again. So what we're going to do in this area is we're going to use our buddy Tails here. We're going to spin dash, we're going to jump, we're going to fly. That's going to keep the missiles on screen here, and that's going to allow us to hit them quickly. 1 got past us, but that's alright. So 37 hits, we got 2 more phases. Sorry, 2 more phases to go. We're at 54 bounces now. One more set to go. If you said 74, you are today's winner. And now we're heading to our final stage in the game. 74 bounces later, and then the Phantom Ruby reacts with the Chaos Emeralds, and we're going to head into this weird null space. There's weird null space with very little in it. Time is all mumbo-jumbo and messed up. Heavy King is here. That Heavy King, by the way, the leader of the Phantom Heavies, for those of you not aware. And he's stealing the Phantom Ruby, but Dr. Robotnik is not having it. So the two of them are fighting, using the power of the Phantom Ruby against each other. So now it is up to us to try and stop them both. So we need to get 8 hits on both these bosses here. Unfortunately, Eggman is a massive pushover. Heavy King here, we want to just hit the boss off from the orb and then run into him. Eggman, we let him donk us, we donk him, that's it. And let's see how this boss is going to go. So we want to try and sneak into those orbs as quickly as we can. Sneak our way through the gap and then keep this fight controlled. Time is coming up on the final hit of Eggman. Heavy King will blow up first. I will let you know when it's coming. We can fly in this phase, unfortunately. There's absolutely no reason to, unless the boss goes out of control. We'll see what happens. And the other cool thing about it is we have a permanent lightning shield and unlimited rings coming in. So as long as we keep grabbing some rings, you can see our timer is going wonky. Our rings are going down and our score is going up. You can also do a really cool dash, but once again, absolutely no reason to do the dash. And the dash also costs 5 rings of time. So we're going to sneak our way through. This is really good. The timer in this fight is wonky because we are in null space, where time and space mean nothing. So we're running our way through here, going all the way in. This is a really good final fight. Got about 1 or 2 more hits on this. Let's see. So this is what's going to happen now. I need to get the boss here. He's going to start firing orbs at me, reducing his defenses, allowing us to sneak in. And time is coming up on the final hit here. And time. There you go. Woohoo! There's a run for you all. And now the Chaos Emeralds and the Phantom Ruby interact with each other. The Phantom Ruby says, not a chance, and grabs classic Sonic and yeets him all the way to Sonic Forces. So with the Titanic Monarch now blowing up, Knuckles and Tails have escaped. And that little star is Sonic being sent by the power of the Phantom Ruby to another timeline where Sonic Forces takes place. And there you go. And there you go. What was my time on that one, by any chance?
55:39 on the on-stream timer.
Nice. That is not a bad run at all. I will take that. I will take that. Not a bad run at all. 55 for a marathon run is always good. Hope y'all enjoyed the run, folks. That is it. That is Sonic Mania, and that is all for me. If you like this and you like my style, do come and follow me over at Twitch, twitch.tv/argick. I stream 5 days a week. We do speedruns. We're learning new speedruns all the time, new Sonic speedruns. I want to try and be able to get a top 10 time in every mainline Sonic game. Current game I'm focusing on is, of course, Sonic Robo Blast 2. I know it's a fan game, but I promise you it's a lot of fun. But that's it for me, so I will catch you all later. Hope you have a good one and enjoy the rest of the marathon.